Hey everybody, Richard here for AndroidCentral.com. Today we're with the Asus PhonePad, not to be confused with the Pad Phone. This is the 7-inch Android tablet that has full phone capabilities built in. So it's kind of an all-in-one device. Taking a look at the hardware, it's quite a nice looking tablet, pretty slim. Volume rocker, power button there on the side, nothing up top. It's this little microphone hole. Standard micro USB port down the bottom next to a 3.5mm headphone jack. It looks very similar to the kind of Mimo Pad and the Nexus 7. It is Intel inside here, as we see branded on the back. That's one of the big changes to some of Asus's other tablets. And of course, we have up top here this earpiece next to the front-facing camera. This is a phone, and Asus is suggesting you hold it to your ear as such. So we'll take this little kind of rubberized plastic panel off the top here. The back of the phone pad is kind of metal. It's not, it's not HTC One quality metal, but underneath this kind of plastic portion, we've got a micro SIM slot and a micro SD card slot, both of which are spring loaded, so you don't have to fiddle around trying to get either of them in or out. So we'll put it back on, turn the screen on. The display is a 1280 by 800 IPS display, and it looks really nice actually. It's kind of similar to the Nexus 7. Good viewing angles, plenty bright enough indoors if you have the right settings on. So we've got this kind of slider here for in the notification tray. We'll take the brightness down a little bit, but there's an outdoor mode as there is on other Asus devices. We're really cranking up the brightness so you can use it outdoors, but it's nice and bright, quite vivid, good colors. It looks really nice. It's not a bad screen. It is very reminiscent of the Nexus 7. Just sort of scrolling through here and some basic movements. Generally it's okay and snappy enough, but as you can see here, as we start to go quicker and quicker, it starts to stutter and get a bit jittery. We have to remember that the Intel chip inside here is not on par with something like the Tegra 3 that we get in the Nexus 7. Really, I'm not 100% convinced that this particular chip, the 2460 Atom processor, is designed, is really for tablet use. But generally, it's not too bad. If you've never used a more powerful Android tablet, maybe you'll be okay. Set it on its side here, and we'll take a look at the Asus small apps. They're back, so we can overlay like a calculator or a stopwatch or the browser. Really useful to have, perhaps more so on a larger 10-inch tablet, but still pretty nice to have here in the 7-inch form factor as well. And as this is Asus, the software is largely untouched. They generally add rather than customize too deeply. Take a look at the version of Jelly Bean. We're on 4.1.2 here, so not the latest version, but we're not too far away. And it's as I said, it's pretty underneath Asus's wallpapers and custom apps. It's generally pretty stock looking. One of their custom apps is this Asus Splendid app. It has a pretty poor name, but it's basically kind of like a screen calibration app for the tablet. So you can change the temperature and the color balance and the saturation and make it look make it pop a little bit more. And that's generally about it. Obviously, it is a phone, so we do have a very large phone dialer here, and of course we have a text messaging app as well. But there we go. Very quick first look at the Asus PhonePad. Oh, and just one more thing. You're all going to want to know this is what it looks like at the side of your face. Thanks for watching.